San Miguel de Allende Mexico spans a number of diverse neighborhoods, each offering its own sights, sounds, taste, and history. When we hit a new destination, Michael and I tend to lace up our shoelaces and explore on foot. Then we come here and share it with you on this channel. We've explored every corner of this city. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a local looking to organize the ultimate staycation, we think any one of these 7 neighborhoods is a great spot to spend a perfect day in San Miguel. Remember to check the video description for a link to our San Miguel travel itinerary. The first area on our list is a must-see on the first day that you arrive. Actually, a stroll through the area every day and every evening is a great idea. As the name suggests, Centro Historico is the heart of Old San Miguel. Many of the buildings in this part of town are from the 16th and 17th century. The historic Centro is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and these antique buildings are protected. Lovely colors and true Mexican colonial architecture abound here. If you're looking to retire in San Miguel or looking for a great real estate investment opportunity, this is an ideal location for it. For the perfect day in this neighborhood, start your itinerary at its center. The Parroquia is the famous church in San Miguel. Admire its exterior pink sandstone facade, but don't be afraid to walk inside as long as service is not happening. From there, walk over to the Jardín in front of the Parroquia. It is the main square and a gathering place in town. Sit for a spell and people watch. Stay during the evenings to listen to the mariachi bands serenade passerbys. Pay a visit to the other historical churches in Centro, such as Las Mañas, San Francisco, and Señora de la Salud, with their golden domes and interesting facades. Stroll the cobbled streets, stop into a cafe or restaurant, and shop the boutiques. When you get tired and need a break, walk over to the town library or biblioteca and peruse the books. Some are in English, and unwind and read in the library courtyard. When you're ready to venture away from Centro Historico, head south towards the neighborhood of El Parque. There is a gated community called El Parque with a number of lavish homes, and the other houses surrounding it are some of the fanciest and most expensive in town. The posh Rosewood Hotel is also here, along with fancy shops and cafes. The abundance of greenery is what strikes you first as you enter the neighborhood. Towering trees, creeping vines, and flower-covered balconies bring shade and poetic beauty to the cobbled streets. In the neighborhood center, you will find El Parque Benito Juarez, a tranquil oasis where locals exercise, socialize, relax, and play. You can do the same. Walk or jog around the perimeter of the park, shoot hoops on the ball court, explore the dry creek at its center, or just sit in the butterfly garden. Located very close to Juarez Park is Barrio del Chorro. This is a neighborhood that we declare a hidden gem. But if you're going to explore here, make sure and wear comfortable shoes. This area has one of the most winding and ancient streets in San Miguel de Allende. It is San Miguel's version of Lombard Street in San Francisco and one of the most scenic promenades in the city. An early foundation of San Miguel de Allende began here due to the freshwater spring El Chorro, which means the spring. At the bottom are located the lavaderos that even today sometimes function as such when locals wash their clothes here, but less so now. More often, artists gather to paint or sell their pictures. Along the way, we encountered this 1981 shrine commemorating the 450th anniversary of the appearance of Our Lady of Guadaloupe. After navigating your way up through winding staircases and cascading patios, you arrive at a pretty plaza and one of the oldest buildings in San Miguel, the 16th century church of La Capilla de Santa Cruz del Toro. But on Sundays, you may hear it before you see it. I was walking through Parque Juarez when I heard the singing that was beckoning me from above. So I walked up the steep hill to this church that sits at the top, and its doors are open. So the voices of the chorus of this church was just reverberating throughout the valley here. So it's an absolutely beautiful church. I'm going to show you some video. Time to start the real climb. Take pictures of the beautiful homes and the vegetation along the way. Your huffing and puffing will soon end, and you'll be rewarded with a magnificent view of San Miguel from El Mirador. The city is truly as beautiful from above as from below. Okay, that was a very steep hill, but it was worth it. I don't know if you can see the city in the background. You can see the parroquia pretty much at the center. I've made it to the top of what is called El Mirador. It's a place where you can get a really great view of the valley. And you can hear the fireworks in the background, of course. You may want to continue your walk on a different day, but next is one of the most popular neighborhoods in San Miguel. Guadiana features wide streets, sidewalks, and underground facilities. Guadiana is almost completely residential. The homes in Guadiana are all well maintained and lovely. It is a favorite because it's a flat walk to Centro, close to amenities, and yet sedate. If you want to live close to the action but in a quiet environment, Guadiana is the neighborhood for you. If you're going to spend time here, then start with the park. The Central Park is beautifully landscaped and tranquil. Bring a coffee and sit for a while. Guadiana is bordered by Ancha de San Antonio, a street which has a great variety of shops, restaurants, and an organic market. When you are ready, cross over the street into the San Antonio neighborhood. In San Antonio, you experience a truly Mexican neighborhood. There are small markets, restaurants, tortilla factories, and workshops. There are also many artists who live and have studios in San Antonio. Spend the day enjoying the small shops, neighborhood restaurants, and coffee shops. San Antonio has its own church and Central Square with fountain, and is a great spot to rest. We love the neighborhood of Guadaloupe, which is just north of Centro. There is a nice cultural blending of Mexican and non-Mexican households in this neighborhood. It is a charming and artistic neighborhood and is very popular with artists and designers. It features over 40 murals on its streetscape. Guadaloupe is sometimes referred to as the Soho of San Miguel de Allende. Your itinerary for a day here would be to shop at the charming organic grocery store and bakery called Gil's, then eat at one of the small cafes and restaurants like Café de Esquina or Soul Tribe. From there, head over to the Fábrica La Aurora Art and Design Center. It is one of the main attractions of San Miguel that houses modern art galleries, designer furniture, and interior design stores.
Today we're at Fábrica de Aurora. It's a beautiful, huge place with really high-end and quality arts and crafts, and we've only just gotten here, but in addition to having all this beautiful stuff, it's a really beautiful day and a beautiful backdrop like this. It's in an old warehouse with old industrial equipment. We're not sure what it is, maybe a printing press or something, but a really, really cool place, and we're looking forward to exploring.
When you are well rested, we will have you walk uphill again to Barrio del Tecolote and the surrounding area. These are some of San Miguel's most desirable neighborhoods, located on a hillside that overlooks town. The area has breathtaking views of the city, countryside, and mountain. This area is exclusively residential, so there aren't many local amenities available. But for your itinerary, I suggest exploring through the maze of narrow streets. They are charming and you never know what you may find.
We decided to come up and look at some of the neighborhoods above Centro. And so we've just gotten through most of the hike. And let me tell you something, it's a hike. We're going up the mountain and it's beautiful. There's all these small cobblestone streets. We stopped at the little park before where we're going to end here in just a minute, but it's been a challenge, really. This is like hiking. But the streets are small, they've got handrails and they've got steps and stuff. We just checked our heart rate, it was up to like 130. So it's been kind of neat. We're getting a hike in while we go explore the neighborhood, and it's really beautiful up here.
We recommend heading over to the Mirador Presa del Obraje. It's an interesting spot to view the dam and the mountainside. Then head uphill a bit more to the Chapel of St. Joseph on the mountain. It's one of the lesser known chapels of San Miguel and a great place to stop and meditate on all the beauty you've experienced in this one-of-a-kind city. We hope you've enjoyed the walking tour. Add your thoughts to the comments below if you think there are essential spots that we missed. Thank you so much for watching our video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, check out our interactive Google map that tracks the locations where all of our videos take place. Finally, check out our merchandise store where you can create fully personalized t-shirts, greeting cards, mugs, and more, all of which help support the growth of our channel. See you next time.